Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our playthrough in EU4 as Japan with me, your host, Lucky Marine. Let us carry on straight away, shall we? Well, I say straight away, but it's been a day or so since I recorded the last one. I know I have troops down here, because yet again, with allowed people, that's my fault. That's all down to me. I apologise. We have ships down here ready to sit in ambush in Jeju. For anyone else, did we see someone getting on boats down here somewhere? We did. So, if we can take out this, it's not much, fair enough, but we can take this 6 stack out whilst they're on the boat, and I assume they're going to the home island, Japan proper. We've got 20 stack down here, just in case they decide to change their mind and land on Brunei. Well, the island of Borneo, I suppose. Brunei is the country that just has half of it now, because we took the other half. Right, they're marching away. We're waiting for people to plop out of these counties to reinforce what we have, and then we're going to march north, because they've split what was their only chance at properly taking us on. They had, what, 120 something? About 100,000 congregate through Liang and took this beachhead that we had. So much so that we had to pull a Dunkirk to get out of there. We had to ship our troops away. We had 40,000 down here, but I figured it wasn't going to be enough when the million Chinese jumped over the wall, and we were proved to be correct on that front. And as it's a war for superiority, if we'd have lost that, it would have been not good. We'd have probably started losing war score on that, and instead we chose our battles wisely, and we have got a ticking war score in our favour. I remember we had a fight here with Shu, and we killed all 30,000 of them for a loss of less than 5,000 ourselves. So, let us carry on. Is there a policy that will aid us? Is there a policy that will aid us in this war? Navies? Settlement now. Land attrition minus 25%. We're starting to mess around with some quite large armies. Supply limit in our own lands, even in our own lands, like that, it was down to 36, but 33. And if we stick around the coast, but we are going to have to come and siege back our own lands up here. 30. Is that a gold province? Alright. 37, 38. I suppose we're on the cusp. We're going to have about 35 man armies knocking about. So I think we're probably just on the cusp of needing this policy. But recover our morale speed, I don't think that we'll need that. I don't think we're going to get hit too hard by anybody. But we'll keep that in mind just in case. Is there anything else that we can get? Got lazy diplomats. We got a guy from the estates. He turned out to be alright actually. Is there anything else that we can get that would help us? Five prestige, 5 legitimacy, and they gain loyalty, which gives us, yeah, it's about cold diet. Manpower recovery speed at the moment is plus 20. And maintenance modifier goes down as well, which will help us because it seems every time we properly mobilise and go to war, we start losing quite a lot of money. And that's due to your manpower, your army force limit, overstripping the amount of development that you have in your provinces, usually. I mean, trade brings in a good amount, but if you haven't got the tax base to already support your infrastructure, to support your armies, etc., etc., then when you go to war, you're probably going to start incurring losses. Thankfully. How many loans have we got? Oh wow. Anyway, let's press on. Mouse. We will go straight for this 34 stack up here, and we will try and hem him in into there, these two provinces, and then we'll push it into these two, and he'll come and fight us either in the woods. Okay, and we'll observe what this 40 stack does. We're meant to be waiting, weren't we? We're meant to be waiting for these guys to pop out. It's alright, they can catch us up. Are you just going to wait there? In the steps? Are you going to just wait there in the steps? No, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Squish them little by little. Choose fights that you can... No one's landing here. Choose fights that you can... Even though we... How do I put it? Is he coming down to unsiege? No, he's going to join that. Right, we're going to take this engagement in the steps. Even though we could smash them fairly easily, I believe. You don't want to ever risk it, so just take what you can. Take the easier fights. Just whittle them away bit by bit. Wow. That was just... We didn't even stop. It didn't even break our... I didn't know that we'd fought then. We must have lost less than 1,000 men. I should have kept that screen up a lot longer. I apologise. If you want to go back and pause that before I stupidly skipped past that screen, you can see just how dominant we are in terms of fighting. In terms of, yeah. That shouldn't have been a stack wipe. That shouldn't have been an insta stack wipe. And it pretty much was. Right, let's get you up here somewhere safe, because if these come across... Yeah, and you has finished down here. And they've come north. Occupied by turn 8. Ottoman land occupied by turn 8. This little guy. We only picked up the alliance with him because I liked... Okay, because I like the colour of his island, and it looks like a really interesting country actually. Starts with a colonist, or he unlocks a colonist at some point, so without even taking colonial ideas or exploration or anything, and he's gone on and just gradually colonised bits and pieces here, like this little thing here that had rebels forever. It was good. I like it, and so we picked up that alliance just because I wanted to keep him around. I was like, well, if we get an alliance with him, no one's gonna try and fight him. No one's gonna try and wipe him out. And fair enough. He's stuck around. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, you go to there. You go to there. We will press these into... Wow, you must be taking attrition there. That's just a colony. Arctic, fully defensive, yep. Due to siege. Oh, okay. So let's see. How much does a colony support? Is it just classed as uncolonised land, which I assume supports? Don't know, it doesn't actually ever tell you, does it? There should probably be numbers here saying if you're going to march through this land and you've got 1 million men, you're going to have a bad time. suppose if you don't know the province, or no one knows the province, then no one knows the numbers. So I suppose it makes sense that way. Colonists. Does that mean we've got a spare colonist to send? No, we haven't. We might do when this gets taken out though. We might use it straight away to cockblock Russia. Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to explore in there because you're going to find a Russian province and then skip back to being here. Lacking cores, that is fine. Our extension is area dangerously high, yes I know. Ports are blockaded, I know as well. Okay, let's carry on. Still got lazy diplomats. You're not going to get out of there. Grasslands. 32 on 10. I doubt you'll even have time to... Who is it? Shun. Yeah, you're not even going to have time to get out of here to support him. Very much doubt it with how big the provinces are around here. Let's actually watch this one. Sorry for not watching the other one. It was over and done with before I could even figure out what was going on. Okay, so we've rolled a 1, but we have combat ability plus 15. They have combat ability plus 10. Okay, well I'll give them that. Yeah. Great morale. Great tactics. Great discipline. We're just all round the better body of men. We have horses, they don't. Can't believe Shun doesn't believe in horses, but evidently it's not a thing for them. And if they end up, they're locked now, so if they end up joining this army with these already that low, the front, the centre, is going to be made up of guys that already want to run. So if they now fill out the sides, we'll just end up smashing through the centre. Go on, join. Nope. Utter stack wipe. Utter stack wipe. We lost 1,826 noble Japanese. And we just absolutely messed them up. And now you're locked. You'll get here on the 21st. 2 days. Unlucky, man. I told you. The provinces up here are so big that it's hard to... If you're fighting up here, it's hard to support each other. You just end up having to put massive stacks together and hope that you don't incur too much attrition. Okay, we can receive you here. What have you got? You brought in a river crossing. That's very smart. 5.1 to 6.1, yeah. So a 6 to a 5. A 1 to a 4. But no, you can just see we're eating massive chunks out of their morale. Massive chunks. What morale do we start on? Morale 6.1. 505. Oh, they're using mercenaries as well. They've got mercenaries in the centre. Just there. Again, we've got an extra 5% combat ability on them. Coupled with everything here that is better. Everything. More discipline, more morale, more tactics. It just magnifies how much better, well trained or equipped our troops are to make the combat ability. This is going to be another wipe, I think. Nope, but we can. And we will chase you down. We'll bring you down here just in case they get support in, and we will use these guys over here to... No, let's just get a couple of mercs up here just for the sole intention of unsieging stuff around there. Can we? No, we can't. Right, split off one. Well, no, not one. Split off enough to unsiege that province, because we need this province finished quick sharp. You're a merc. Well, might as well go and... We won't be able to get into it, obviously, because Russia's there, but we might as well uncover it and uncover this. Alright. So we're going to shadow them as far as they come down here. Where would they be going? Where would they shatter to? The closest... Usually... They might be coming down here, actually. So if we can draw... Wow. 50, 100, 120. If we can draw... We'll see. If we can draw them in, draw the other stacks in. We're only at this because of occupations. I'd not been looking down here, have I? We were meant to be taking this guy out, but he'll probably get support from here. Should have had should have had my balls on that. No. Should have had my eyes on the ball. Should have had my eye on that. You get what I'm on about. Okay, that should be an instant. Oh, you're gonna get away, are you? Here again. Right. If you're a merc, you can go up there. You're in here again. You're the one that tempted him up. Okay. Well, it's a one-on-one. I know we've got less morale, but that won't be a wipe. He'll keep him occupied until the cavalry get there. And on we go. Oh no. Again, you're not in Hagain. Are you not? I knew this. Right, you go there. Because I want these to take this back straight away and then join it with the army proper. Where are you going? I'll use... We can't swap out whilst we're in on enemy occupied territory. But I may even put a decent maneuver guy in here. You're not going to come down to support this, are you? You've got one troop left on board, so you managed to get a few off. But if we can sink their transport fleet, that means that we are safe in our Yan. What kind of development, what kind of diplo is Yan on? Do we have a chance of having comparable forces in terms of ships? They're in Tech 23. Sorry about that, was my Dylan just jumping off the desk. So, at 23, all that you get is the heavy frigate. Are you comprised mostly of heavy frigates? There's a lot of transports in there, and all the transports really do in naval combat is soak up a little bit of damage. Decent leader in there though, he says, with 20 odd transports in his own. Right. Okay, well, everyone come down here. I believe we can... No. This is a sea tile, so we should be at least blockading that so he can't get across there. We'll get everyone down into Bungo and go in from Bungo. Don't want to be eating the straight crossing. We saw when we were chasing that Brunei stack around how penalising the straight crossings can be. So yep, got this. Another one wiped. That's not going to add to this, the showing of superiority. It needs from 11 battles. Well, next time we have a one-man wipe on, we'll have a look at this, because from what I gather, the 11 battles have to be of some sort of substance, i.e. the 30,000 that we took out of Shun, the battle that we had up here, maybe even the naval engagement that we had down here. That was probably big enough to add to that. So where are you going now? I think we become the attacker here. I think we become the aggressor. Where are you going? You're going here. You're going here, and you think... What's the quickest way into Onangol? How am I gonna... How is this? How are you going to transport these troops into here? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I almost want to press OK to see what happens. Alright, give them a day to sort their lives out. I envisage that these guys are going to come straight up and try and smash us here. So, from Hulumbo to Ongol, they'll cross a river. The terrain here, is there anything around us? We could retreat back into woods. No, I don't think they'd follow us so far back. Aren't people around us ready to jump in on it? I also want... No, I'll swap the leader out. I'll swap the leader out when he's locked into us. Sometimes swapping the leader out is enough to stop them from actually attacking you. So, hopefully we've preempted this. Hopefully we know where he's going. Hopefully we can... No, I reckon we'll be able to easily take him on. As long as the provinces up here aren't too big where we can't support in time. Much like, who was it, Shun had up here, where he just couldn't get there in time and the battle was over. Hopefully we've got enough morale stored that we can keep a battle going long enough to get in here and fend off Yan's army. Okay, well, that's been me. I've been Lucky Marine. As always, you have been amazing. Come back in the next episode when this happens. We do have a ticking war score in our favour. We do control our capital. We are about to repel invaders. Hopefully we have this strait. Well, hopefully we have the strait blockaded for now. We will see. Anyway, yeah, do take care.